Today, Grandpa and I are going to be doing a video of the old schoolhouse where my grandma used to go to school.
Diamond Valley.
Yes, the Diamond Valley Schoolhouse. Diamond Valley Schoolhouse was where all the kids who lived on farms out here would go to school. Right, Grandpa? Yep. This right here is where all the kids used to play baseball. So this was the old baseball diamond for the schoolhouse that's right over there that we're going to now. So I thought that would be a very cool thing to mention. Grandpa and I are here at the Diamond Valley Schoolhouse.
If you see these cement things here,
Oh yeah.
see, this is where their playground used to be. This is where the swings used to be. They tore it out and there's one there. And then the teachridge used to be right up here about maybe 75, 100 feet. And they tore that down. And they did it when they built a new highway out here years back. The right-of-way, it was on the right-of-way, so they moved the schoolhouse from over here over to there. We just put a new roof on this schoolhouse just about a week ago.
The roof looks fantastic.
But we boarded up all the windows because kids start breaking the windows out.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, I know, but that's what people do. You want to go inside now?
Yes, let's go inside.
Okay.
I think Dad's also going to come with a light.
Well, let's go and see what we can find in there anyway.
And here the sign says Diamond Valley, 1911, number 66.
That's the school. The number 66 is a school district it was in. Yeah, that's the piano.
Are some of these original school chairs?
They are the original school chairs.
All of them?
I think so.
The ceilings are awesome, very tall.
Oh, Jesus, most of the windows are broke. I didn't know that. There's the blackboard. Oh, this guy's got a bunch of junk in there. This was the kitchen. There's the stove. There used to be a basement in it. That's where the door was to the basement.
Oh, okay. The floor is awesome too.
Oh yeah, there's been nothing done here.
When was the last time that the schoolhouse was used, not necessarily for school, but even after the people stopped coming to school here because there wasn't enough kids and they went to the town nearby, you used it for different things?
We used to have a farmers union meetings out here. Then they used to have dances, and they had years ago they used to have a preacher. He was a traveling preacher, and we'd have church service here. And then he would, if he stayed, he'd stay with a different farmer every night. They had card parties. They used to have card parties here. Used it for kind of a small community hall. There wasn't too many people lived out here then.
And my grandma Billy Lou used to play marbles at school.
Oh yeah, she had a whole can. She was a better marble player than any of the boys. It's quite a blackboard.
That's a very long blackboard.
Oh, there's a slug of chairs in here.
Or you can have this one.
Oh, that don't show enough light, does it?
That does a little bit.
But then you can take these out and do this action.
The windows are very large and beautiful.
Well, so you could read your school books good.
There really ain't much more you can take a picture of.
Well, this is a big part of history, isn't it, Grandpa?
Yeah, it's a big part of history, is right.
So all of the children of the people who homesteaded would come here to school, and there used to be many of the little schoolhouses, so this wasn't the only one in this area, right, Grandpa?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what? I'll bet you these aren't our ladders. I'll bet you they're the ladder guys.
What were the other schoolhouses called? They all had different names.
Well, they had a schoolhouse down the road here about 4 or 5 miles, and that was called the middle school. And if you go farther east, it was the Promised Land School. And they're all gone now.
Yes, so this is one of the only ones left.
And I was told at one time, north of here, there used to be a Mauer school. But I've never seen, or if anybody ever showed me where it was at, but it probably was down there, closer to the Teton River.
How would the kids get to school?
Well, they'd have to walk or ride a horse, or they'd have to bring them in a team. Years ago, we used to put some Christmas decorations outside. And there's the tree, and there's a wreath right here. We used to have the wreath on the outside of the school. They took it down when they painted it.
Yeah, but didn't they have some reindeer that they stole or something?
They had what?
Some reindeer outside or something? Electric reindeer?
Oh yeah, we had reindeer that moved and stuff like that. And somebody stole them.
The way they are.
And there used to be a bell on the schoolhouse that's actually in the town now. What else do you know about the schoolhouse, Grandpa?
Well, that's about all I know. If we could find somebody that knew more about it, I don't know.
This is a picture of the students who went to this one-room schoolhouse. And the schoolhouse was actually featured in National Geographic, so maybe I can find that and put it up on the screen here, which is very cool. Door. So this is the outside of the schoolhouse. Up there is where the bell would have been.
Wouldn't take a picture of that.
Yes. Here's what the Diamond Valley Schoolhouse looks like on the outside. And that right there is the door we went in. It's got its new roof, and it's by the 15 bins.
That thing over there, that's where the toilets used to be.
Oh, okay. Right over there. Up there is where the bell used to be, which we'll look at in town. And then that area would go to the basement.
Yeah, that's where the kitchen used to be.
Yes, and the really cute old schoolhouse. I think it was built in 1911. Now, Grandpa, have you ever used the schoolhouse for anything since it was moved?
No, not since we moved it here, no. Well, we used to have Farmers Union meetings in it.
Was that after you moved it?
Yeah, we used it. It was used a little bit after that. We'd have a Farmers Union meeting, and then they'd have card parties, and they had
Put your thing in park so I can get out of here.
Right now, we're going for a walk around the schoolhouse, and here is the back side with all of the stuff in it, which used to be where all of the cooking was done, which is pretty awesome. And it's also the side that the 15 bins are on, so you would have seen this in a lot of my videos. Here's where the door to the basement would have been, which there's not a basement anymore after it got moved, like my grandpa said. So it's kind of been used for a lot of things since it wasn't a schoolhouse with a kind of a town hall, and it's just a great piece of history. It was on the cover of National Geographic, so I'll try and find that as well. Oh my goodness, the drone is following us. As you can see, there's the drone. Okay, now we're still walking. Now we're on the other side, which would be the road kind of by the gravel road. We're coming towards around the front, which is where the door is in here. We can come in here to break the wind. An awesome bird's nest comes with it. Here's the drone again. That was kind of a fun walk around the schoolhouse. I've gotten a lot of requests to do this video. Really great one because it's an awesome piece of history, and I love history, so if you love history too, comment down below, and also comment down below if you enjoyed the video. This is super fun to make. Now I'll walk over here and we'll say hello to my dad. Here's Dad flying the drone. Would you like to say hello?
Hi.
Here's what the drone sees. It's kind of cool. Do you have any fun stories of the schoolhouse that you remember Grandma telling you?
Well, I used to go to Sunday school here for a while, and it was okay. We used to have a swing set straight out from the building, but the cement things are over here.
Yes, over here. I showed you that earlier.
Because they moved the building back because the highway was coming through and they needed to move the schoolhouse.
That's very cool. How did you enjoy Sunday school?
Well, it was okay. There was a lot of kids, you know. I mean, kids. It was exciting back then because, you know, you lived on the farm. There were no kids.
Yes, exactly. My grandma used to live over here in the house my great-grandpa who homesteaded our farm in 1912 built, and she'd come to school here at this schoolhouse.
They used to play marbles out here. They'd draw a circle with a stick and put a bunch of little marbles in. And if you knocked the marble out with your marble, then you got to keep their marble. And so when we were little kids, my mother had coffee cans full of marbles because she used to beat everybody at school.
Oh yes, in the attic, just tons of them because she was the best marble player.
Right.
Now my dad's going to land the drone. Oh, he wants to take off. That's kind of scary. So all of the people homesteading would have sent their children to these schoolhouses?
Yeah, oh
and
yeah.
The schoolhouse that was closest to them? How many of them do you think there would have been? Maybe 3 or 4?
Yeah, maybe about 3 or 4.
Is this the only one left?
This is the only one left that I know of out here.
Here's the bell that used to be on the schoolhouse.
Original 1917 school bell.
Original 1917 Diamond Valley school bell. Well, that's very cool, Grandpa. So this used to be on the schoolhouse. Well, that is pretty cool, Grandpa. Now we're doing our weed checkup, and it's had a little bit of a tough time. So I'm in the same area as I was, not in the last video, but I did video this wheat here. So it's looking a little bit rough. Here's some green wheat. Here it is. As you can see, now this is winter wheat, and this variety is Warhorse. It's really good for baking. Here's some of it here. It definitely looks a little worse. It's had a hard time with all of the wind we've had, and you would know that from a couple of my videos I did of the equipment tour. Haven't watched my seeding 2020 video, you should definitely go and check that out. It looks a little bit greener down here, my dad said. And try and not walk on any wheat because it doesn't seem to be that hardy yet. Oh, here's some green wheat. Beautiful Montana skies. It truly is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, how funny is that? Uh-oh, it gets even greener over here. Oh my gosh, this is big wheat. It's a draw, so that means there's moisture here, and the wind doesn't hurt this wheat nearly as bad. Look at this rock. Ooh, this is a pretty cool rock. Ooh, this one's pretty cool too. Oh my goodness, there's lots of cool rocks. This wheat looks a lot better. It is a miracle. We have some pretty harsh winters in Montana, and like my dad was saying, it is a miracle it can live through the winter. And this time last year, we would have had snow like up to here. It was so deep. Well, a pretty successful day collecting rocks, and the wheat looks a lot better here. So that's very good. Look at all of this wheat here. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun filming it. It's just an amazing... Really, Dad? Are you? Is there a snake?
Yes,
That was very scary and not very nice, Dad. What do you have to say for yourself? Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. It's an awesome piece of history, and it was so fun to video this. Make sure to follow Kate's Egg on Instagram, KATES_AG, and just Kate's Egg on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, TikTok, basically everywhere else. And also you can visit the Kate's Egg website, www.katesegg.com. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Bye!